Hello! Welcome to the Creative's Cauldron. I'm Holly Marie Phillippe, joined with my host.
And I'm Steven Zimmer, and it's great to be with you all today for episode number 4.
And we will be right back.
And we're going to be talking about how genres can be used to explore things in both fields of study and artistically. Catch you in a second. Welcome back to the Creative's Cauldron, and today Holly and I are going to be talking about one of her favorite genres, but before we get into that, I just want to talk about a little bit about what we're going to be talking about genre-wise, and that's the use of genres as an independent creative that allow you to explore things both in like a field of study,
Right.
or what you'd say in the book world is nonfiction, and creatively and artistically in the book world, again, fiction. And you can do this with alt history, with historical kind of stuff. And today's topic is we're going to use the paranormal as our example of a genre that lets you do that. And so I know Holly's loving this. It's one of our favorite topics.
Yes, I am a sensitive, as most of you know, and you know, I deal a lot with the paranormal world. But we want to discuss how, you know, they're mixing in the scientific. You can go that route. You can, you know, go the route of actually doing investigations and writing about that and interviewing people that are with you on that investigation and such, and using it artistically. You can go outside that realm, you know, with photographs, with, you know, different things like that. You can use it and, you know.
Because it's an actual field of study. I mean, it's gotten very, very high tech. Certainly, and when we're talking about image devices, and
they got
and
spirit
audio
boxes
gear,
now,
and all kinds of things that collect hard data, and they're being done by people that are taking a scientific approach to these investigations. They're not just people that just absolutely believe everything, and they go in and with the idea that they're going to debunk it if they can, and so I mean it's a true field of study, and it's obviously gotten quite popular.
Oh yes, yeah. It's a hot, you know, it's a hot commodity right now with the paranormal. And that's what I'm saying. Just because you're a fiction writer and write like paranormal romance or you know, something like that, don't think you can't branch out, because you can. You know, you can go on ghost studies, you can, you know, go on hunts and write about that too. Don't just think you're stuck writing, you know, the paranormal fiction.
But creatively, I mean, you can bring the paranormal into any type of other genre.
Oh, yeah, music.
You've got paranormal horror, you have paranormal romance, you have paranormal...
and writing.
I mean, you can put paranormal onto almost anything. So
artwork.
It's a genre that
Poetry.
You can use in a very, very broad sense, and I think that's really, really cool. And there's creatives that combine both the field of study kind of approach with the creative approach. And like this past week, we've been getting ready for a great book release, and actually their book is available today, Jacob and Jenny Floyd and the Kentucky's Haunted Mansions. And they're a great couple that we know who do a lot of ghost tours and that kind of thing. And Jacob also happens to be a fantastic horror writer, too, creatively.
And they host tours. They actually do ghost tours where they do investigations, going into, you know, haunted mansions around the Louisville area and southern Indiana. And Jenny Floyd does some phenomenal photography, cemeteries, and then when they actually go on the ghost hunts themselves. It's amazing what she does. So that's bringing in, you know, photography even with, you know, the writing. And Jacob not only writes, you know, the nonfiction aspect of it, he also writes fictional.
Well, the horror, yeah.
Horror, you
Great
know,
writer.
Paranormal. Yeah, he
does happen to have one of the best beards you'll see among independent creatives, too.
He does, yes.
And here's proof. Here's a picture of Jacob and Jenny. You can see the happening beard right there. But great stuff.
Couple.
But
great couple.
They've been a great couple to know, and definitely an example of what we're talking about today.
Yeah,
because they've taken their interest in the paranormal and totally immersed in it, both artistically and, you know, scientifically.
Yeah, because they actually do tours, they do pictures, they
write,
they do it all, you know. They mix it all. And that also brings us to
Yes. I'm gonna. I wish I had a drum and knew how to do a drum roll, because I could really use one right now. Because this next, our featured independent creative this week is someone that Holly is very excited to announce.
Yeah,
and,
big fan.
So why don't you,
Mr. Christopher St. Booth.
And you see a picture of him here with his wife.
Yes. Rachel Marie Booth. Yes. Hello, Rachel. Yeah. Great people. They go to a lot of conventions, and they do a lot of book signings. He's also an author. There's one of his books called Paranoia. It's a nonfiction. He actually did the case studies of ghosts, demons, aliens. He's got all kinds of neat little stories in here that he can talk about. He's had quite an adventurous life. And
he's a cool segue off one of our recent episodes, too, because we talked about how today's creative is often a Renaissance type of person.
True Renaissance man.
And he has that air too, because he's quite elegant, and he's
from the UK, he's got the accent.
He's got a very Renaissance air about him.
Yes, he does.
Yeah,
multi-talented man.
Yeah.
He is
let's
go
through it. Here we go.
Go through it. He's a musical composer. He's worked with Sony Records. He's also been in a band called Sweeney Todd back in the day. He is branched out. He's a director. He's a producer. He's a digital artist.
Yeah, and
photographer.
Yeah, and films, TV, and documentaries, I might add, in terms of his visual media work. I mean, spans
works
it all.
with his brother,
Phillippe Adrian Booth. Yeah.
Yes, his identical twin brother.
The Booth brothers.
The Booth brothers. They do investigations, which they've got a tour going on right now, as Stephen will show. The Booth Brothers Investigation Tour, which you can also become a part of. You can check them out on www.spooktv.com. Stephen will run the link here, so you can see that and check them out. But it's also going to be a show that they're going to feature on Sci-Fi Channel. Christopher also works with Sci-Fi Channel.
Yeah, quite a bit. And actually, on that note, I mean, he's got a brand new movie release.
Yes,
Dead
on the
Still.
7th it come out.
Dead Still, and Dead Still is you can get on DVD at Walmart, Target, and retailers like that. Of course, all your online
and
retailers.
Amazon.
And he's got a brand new one that's out right now, which is really exciting.
Which Sci-Fi, has shown.
We've been so busy lately, haven't got a chance to tackle it yet.
No, but we will.
We are.
We will.
We will. Yes.
And we'll take our picture holding it.
Yes.
In Walmart.
And speaking of, we're going to show a picture here of Holly with author Daniel Dark and Christopher from the day she met Christopher, which was at Fandom Fest.
A day I did talk to Christopher. I actually met him at Fright Fest.
Fright Fest, that's correct. Fright Fest, yes, first.
Over a year ago. Yes, that's where I met him and Rachel first and spoke to them. Yeah. And I told Stephen, I said, we've got to get these people at Imaginarium. You know?
So we hope he's there next year
for
2018.
In 2018.
But tell us a little bit about, and sorry for the pun, but Christopher St. Booth's booth.
Oh, his booth is fantastic.
Not something you want to walk by. Not something you want to walk by.
No, you've got to look them up. We're talking about a multi-artistic creative here. We're talking, he goes way outside the realm. And it's all paranormal. He stays within, paranormal
Yes, it's
realm.
within the paranormal genre, but it's so many different expressions of it.
He has artifacts that he has obtained through ghost explorations and tours that they've went on, and him and his brother and Rachel, and that they have done. He's got them all, he'll have them set up there. They have attachments, a lot of them do, which, spiritual attachments to them, if you believe, that they can, but he shows them. He also has, several books, several DVDs of movies that he has done, produced, directed.
And then his art. Wow.
His art is fantastic. I call it photographic digital art. I don't know if there's actually a word for that, but I'm going to make one. Photographic art. That's my word. I'm going to make a new hashtag.
Yeah, among his many art pieces,
Yes, he will take, pictures from studies he's done and tours that they've done, and turn them into artwork. He puts these really cool frames around them, and, it's just beautiful. They almost look like paintings. actually. And they're true pictures. And then Rachel, that's a whole other ballgame. She is like, I call her a chameleon because she has so many different looks. She's a wonderful actress, has been showcased.
So if you're a casting director,
she's one to grab.
It's a dream for you. Yeah,
she is one to grab.
Yes.
Yeah, it's unbelievable the different looks she can obtain. Beautiful woman.
Yeah.
Inside and out. You get such a wonderful vibe off of Christopher and Rachel. Yeah, just uber talented. She's a model, she's an actress, and all that. And Christopher, he has a cosplay too. He likes to cosplay. Yeah. He does different
And you'll
things.
see them together at the conventions, and they're very, very approachable. They are a prime example of just how you should be as a professional in the independent creative world.
They'll take pictures with you. They'll answer questions. They'll take time to actually speak with you, and on a personal level, they do not have chips on their shoulders. They're down to earth and just wonderful creatives.
Yeah, and very sharp. Yeah, very sharp, very smart people.
Oh yeah. It's just unbelievable, what all he's done. So definitely check them out. They're, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter.
All your social media sites. And then,
all the social media.
Spook TV.
Yes, the spooktv.com, which they do have a channel that you'll find off the spooktv.com where they do showcase, horror movies and different things like that. Because he's also worked with Netflix, Hulu, Amazon Video, Redbox.
Yeah, he does a lot of stuff in the film business. Film TV business, I should say.
Yeah. All he's done. So. And then the work is just superb. And then he's also got merchandise. We're talking about the booth. He's got blankets that he's taken, graphic images that he's done of like Ouija boards and actually put them on blankets. Yeah. He's got slate boards, Ouija boards that you can get, and just different things like that. He's got 10 posters, signs, metal signs of his digital artwork. Rachel, and her different looks and different things that she's portrayed in his movies, different characters. It's got her in character, which is amazing because you look at that and you say, oh my God, that is Rachel, It's just amazing. But yes, please check them out. And
definitely.
We know you're going to be absolutely amazed. And it gives you inspiration to show you where all you can go within the paranormal realm.
Yeah, it's definitely a prime example, and that's why we chose him for today. Yeah. Prime example of what you can do in certain genres, how you can take off and run with it, and how you can do so many different things in so many different levels.
Yeah.
And in his case, do them well. And this, the paranormal genre is just fascinating to begin with.
Right.
And then when you bring in a talent like him, who is a gifted artist and also has the sharp analytical mind for the other side of it, for the for the field of study aspect, I'll call it.
The scientific study. Right.
So you have somebody like Christopher that has that type of approach and can bring both kind of spheres together. You have. The result is what you see, when you see his booths in the convention.
He has years and years of experience and different things, that he has experienced himself personally.
That too.
Within the paranormal realm. And he likes to share that. He will share the stories with you.
Yeah, definitely. So, check him out. Please do. Please do.
And it gives you inspiration. We're trying to show you that don't be afraid to step outside that box. Don't think you're in a box just because you're writing, fiction. Nah, step out. Do the nonfiction.
Do something in nonfiction. Do an investigation.
Yeah.
Well, if you're into the paranormal, do an investigation. Go do something of the other. Branch out. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid.
They've even taken, like we was talking about Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter. They've even got that book. That's a book. That's a movie. They've taken Pride and Prejudice, made them zombies. Yeah, well, I also said there's all different ways you could go with this.
Creatively, you can take so many things that are,
warp it.
Iconic or archetypes and just make it your own.
Don't be afraid to have fun with it. Don't be afraid to have fun.
Yeah, Lord knows there's enough struggle in this business, so you got to be sure to have fun whenever you can.
And like we have said before, don't put yourself in the popular trends. No, make your own trends.
Yeah,
make your own.
Your voice. Yeah.
Yes, do something unique. That's what's going to make you be seen.
Yeah.
Do your own genre. Make your own. Just because it don't fit in one genre, who cares? cares? Step outside. Be you. Be you.
Yeah, this is a great time to be an independent creative, and it's it couldn't be better. I mean, it's obviously there are a lot of struggles and tough things, and our show certainly will explore some of those things. But this is a good time to really explore, create.
People are hungry.
And be diverse.
They're
and
hungry for
new
something
voices and something new. And so look at genres like the paranormal that can give you that kind of freedom to do so many things. Yeah, give that a shot, and we'll do a show at some point on the historical alternative history kind of approach to this. But today's topic obviously is the paranormal, so use that as the example for today. But when you're thinking about it, you can also think of other genres that also give you that kind of breadth, to explore. Hard science fiction being another.
And with the paranormal genre, you can do hard research. You can get out and research stuff. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
Like I said, go on a tour. Go join the Booth brothers.
Yeah.
Go on a tour with them. They've got tickets they're selling, as you will see when you check them out. You can actually go with them. You can be a part of the film. Jacob and Jenny, they do ghost tours.
Yeah, go with them.
Check them out. Go with them.
The more you
talk to people.
The more you experience, the better your art is. Yeah. The more you live, the more you experience, the more you can bring to your artistic expression.
Right. Gives you something to write about.
So, with the Creative's Cauldron, though, be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
Yes.
And if you like today's episode, definitely give us a like and subscribe.
Subscribe. And comment below.
Yeah, we want to hear from you.
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do.
We want ideas, what you'd like to see, tips.
Comment on the show today. Yeah, let us know what your thoughts are about the paranormal genre.
Yeah,
ways
give
you
us
can
some
use
feedback.
And give us some feedback. Definitely.
Tell us, if you've got some ideas of people that you would like to see spotlighted, that, stand out in the creative world, to give inspiration to others.
And we will take all of your ideas, we will put them in the cauldron, and we'll bring it out in another episode. Yes. And speaking of that, next week we'll bring you episode number 5 for the Creative's Cauldron.
Yes.
So take care, everybody. Had a great time this week, and we'll see you very soon.
See you next week.